Hello there! How are you guys doing today? So, in this video, I'm going to be making a little character that I've been working on for quite a while on the main channel. You're curious who it is? This little character is the Rainbow Warrior Swordsman. I made this little guy a very long time ago. Give me a sec. Let me scooch over here. So, as you can see over here, this is the original design of the little character that I made. I streamed the making of this whole character over on my main channel. And over here, I'm going to post all of the edited versions of that content. So if you want to see the little, just whole stream, or watch me streaming making the stuff in live, go to my main channel. But if you're just here to see this wonderful thing here be converted into 3D, feel free to stay, actually. I don't know. If you want to stay, just do it. Alright? In any case, let me center myself over here. Ooh, there we go. Let's get started with the video. Alright? Boo! Ah, you thought I was this guy over here, huh? No. Indeed, it wasn't me. This is the me from the past. He's pretty cool, isn't he? Any case, we're gonna not, pay attention to... Yeah, no, let's not look at this guy, alright? Let's look at this over here. This over here is pretty cool. Okay, let's focus on that. I'll be right here, and we're just gonna look at that. So, I sped up this video quite a bit, so let me... There you go. Whoa, where am I? Oh, that's my intro. So in case you're curious, this here is my editing software, and this here is me creating the character. So right here, you can see I'm working on the little face of the character. It honestly wasn't that hard. I spent quite a bit of time and just making the shape correct. Here I'm making the body, as you can see here. But in general, it was a pretty simple process. I kind of worked a bit on it. After that, I just started making the little shoulder pad. He only has one arm, so it really wasn't that much of an issue. After that, I started making his little noodle arm. Right here, in case you're curious, I'm just using a modifier. Or not a modifier. I'm using a...
Woo! Feeling good!
Bezier curve and a circle curve. So that lets you make this by just going into here. Also, in case you're curious why it's so low resolution, that is because it is playbacking in my video editing software. But in general, you will see that I am actually quite HD right now. So right here, I just continue working on this. Here I'm working on the hand, because the hand is like a weird shape. All I did there was press I on the keyboard and then inset it and then just extrude it upwards. I made the hand, I split it into a few pieces. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Here I was trying to mark out the fingers, and I decided, you know what? He doesn't need fingers. What is bro yapping about? Then I made the little handle here. There are easier ways to actually make this handle, alright? I know that, but I'm just gonna do it this way. This is my way. But yeah, I connected to the handle, the sword, and then I proceed to work on the little belt here. Because he has a little belt that's connected to his thing right here. It's just not very visible. After that, I started making his legs. And then I'm like, you know what? Yes, this is how his legs should look. And I ended up making his little legs. They look really good. In case you want to join the streams later, you have to go to my main channel. Over there, I have a lot of streams of me making stuff, or VODs rather. But if you want the edited down version of me just explaining a few things, you can come to this channel. So here I'm just, chatting to the viewers. I'm just making the little pants here, making them look good, using the, you basically go into edit mode, then press O, and you go into vertex selection mode, and you start moving the vertices. You can modify how it looks. It's honestly really interesting. Now right here I'm modeling the shoes. I know there are easier ways to model shoes, and feet in general. But this is the way that I handle stuff. It looks weird right now, I know. But trust me, once I add the... By the way, here I added a mirror modifier. So once you add a little mirror modifier, it's perfectly mirrored on both sides. So if you edit one side of the foot, the other side of the foot will look pretty much the same. And I like that. It makes making feet easier. Later on, you can add like the little curb that the foot has naturally. I didn't do that for this character because it doesn't really matter. It's boots. So yeah. Here I start editing it, making it a little bit more round. The reason why I'm rounding it off, it just looks better. And a lot of this character was mostly based off of Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. So I decided to actually make it very similar to him. Here I'm making the boots taller. Because the thing is, he doesn't particularly have legs. He is all boot. Yes, my boy, he is all boot. He have no leg. And here I'm just fixing up, posing everything. And here I'm adding little like neck thing that he has, which is like a cloth. Here I'm actually fixing the legs because they were a little bit messed up. So I had to use a mirror modifier to actually get the legs exactly the same. After that, I started making the little cloth that he has in his neck right here. And in case you're curious, yes, he only has one arm. The reason why he only has one arm, he was previously in a pretty bad fight against ᕗwell, and he lost his arm in that fight. But right here, you're gonna see me modeling the cape. Now, keep in mind, this isn't the correct way to do it. But I did it this way because then I can just like sculpt it and do all the cool stuff I want. Here I went AFK, and there we go, we're back. So the basic idea, this right here, is how he ended up looking. And this was the first stream of me just making the character in general. He honestly does look really nice, but I just continued editing him down a little bit more, making the boots look a little nicer, resizing them. I was having issues here because what kept happening is that they kept moving with each other, so I had to move them individually. And here I'm just fixing up a few little parts of the cape and this. I was just showing off how to weight paint and stuff. And here we start sculpting. So what I did there is I right clicked and just subdivided the little like neck piece of the cloth. And then I just started sculpting. I just like sculpting out the little like smooth shapes. And then I added a subdivision surface, or rather, I added a subdivision, then I decimated it, and then I shaded it smooth. There we go, and it ended up looking kind of like this. Then I kept sculpting it a little bit more. Usually when it comes to cloth like this, you're supposed to sculpt it. Here I added the little loop that he has on his arm. You can see it right here in this little image right there. Isn't that cool? Man, I love editing. But here we just continue just editing this. I had to remake that whole little section right there because it just wasn't smoothing out correctly. So I had to remake it, and then the second time it smoothed out way better. Here I just smoothed out the pants. I tried to smooth out the belt here, so I added sharps to the edge. So if you mark a like edge as sharp, what happens is that it doesn't really get affected. But I ended up just shading it smooth and being done with it because it looked better. I did it to the boots, the head, and then I started sculpting the pants. Now the thing with the pants is that it's supposed to be kind of like the pants that Goku wears. So if you've ever seen Goku, I'll put an image of Goku over here.
Hey, it's me, Goku!
Man, I love editing. Goku has these little like pants thingies, right? I don't know what they're called, but they're like really puffy pants. And yeah, the pants look really cool. That's all I have. It's literally just Goku pants. So then I just sculpted out all the pants, making them look good. Honestly, not much I can say about it. Sculpting is self-explanatory. You make a shape, you shape it to the kind of shape you want, then you subdivide it, you add a subdivision surface modifier, you apply that modifier, and then you start sculpting, and after that, you should pretty much be done. It's not too complicated. I added a little like smoothing to the cape because it wasn't looking too good. It has a solidify modifier too. I started sculpting it so that it looks nice. And after that, I added a mirror modifier to this thing, and this is the little controller that he has on his hair. It's a pretty simple controller, nothing too complicated. I had to do some weird stuff here, like apply the mirror modifier. Here I made the little joystick and the little like buttons. And then I started trying to model the hair this way, but it just wasn't working. Trust me, don't model hair like this. Don't do that. Yeah, no, it's bad. Then I just ended up just adding this little like scalp thing, and this is what we build our hair off of. And that was pretty much all of the first stream. So when it came to making the base model, honestly, it wasn't too complicated. It was a pretty fun process, and at least I spent a lot of time on it. As for the second part, or rather the second stream, I am gonna leave that for another episode. I'm going to make this pretty short. I don't really want to edit that much, and honestly, if I can milk the content out of this, trust me, I will. Also, I'm editing this live, so yes, I am actually this big. I can do the cat meme. Well, let me go back to a normal size, but yeah. I will see you guys in the next episode. Make sure to leave a like down below, subscribe. If you want me to make anything in particular or model something, make sure to tell me in the comments down below. Not only that, if you want to support me and maybe some more of my content, there is a Ko-Fi link down below. I'll also present it right here, but hey, if you want to support me in what I do, go down below. Honestly, not too hard. In any case, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye!